Facebook is facing mounting pressure to get this right after years of criticism for being too slow to act. It's the Oversight Board's first case. It's a big one. Firstly, explain to us who makes up this Oversight Board and how will this process work? And importantly, how transparent will it be?
Yeah, those are all great questions. So Facebook started talking in 2018 about this Oversight Board, which is referred to as kind of a quasi-Supreme Court inside of Facebook's walls. And we haven't seen any decisions yet from this Oversight Board. It's just started to take its first cases. But the way it works in principle is that there will be eventually about 40 people from around the world, experts in constitutional law and human rights and other areas, and they will select a handful of high-profile cases, either referred by Facebook or by Facebook's users, on cases where people think maybe Facebook made the wrong call to remove a post for breaking its rules against vulgarity or hate speech, or deleting accounts, barring people from Twitter, from Facebook, as it did with President Trump. And they have about 90 days to make the decision and to communicate it. And Facebook says, in principle, that the decisions from this Oversight Board will be binding and will help inform Facebook's policy going forward.
Vlad mentioned transparency. You know, with the Supreme Court, the actual Supreme Court, we know that they're looking to the Constitution to guide their decision making. I suppose Facebook has somewhat of its own constitution, but do we know just what the standards are that they are using to make their decisions?
Yeah, the way that this differs from the actual United States Supreme Court is that this is a justice system based entirely inside of Facebook's walls, determined by Facebook's rules. So it's basically an international constitutional court of Facebook, built by and for Facebook. It's very weird. I think there's no precedent for this, and I assume there will be transparency. There's a sort of public feedback process built into the decision making by this Oversight Board. But cynically, the view on this Oversight Board is that it's basically good public relations for Facebook and an ability to sort of say, take a hands-off view of the hardest decisions that the company has to make, and essentially say, this isn't our problem anymore. This is the problem of this quasi-independent Supreme Court.